Hi everyone, welcome back. Now I was in two minds whether to make a video today due to the heat, but I'm going to make one all the same. Now I've had some real big issues with my internet. Some of my equipment is completely broke, so I have got no internet. So what I've been doing is filming, doing all the offline editing at home, and then I'm having to go to an internet cafe and hope that the video uploads. Now I've done one yesterday and it just about uploaded, so I've got a real struggle with putting videos out, but I'm going to push forward with it. I can't really afford not to do them. I need to keep the renovation project on track and just push forward with it. So we'll get the video underway. Nothing too strenuous, but I want to get this section over here done the same as the other side, so let's get started. So I'm having to keep the door shut to try and stop the heat from coming in. I think it's a little bit too dark here, so let's try setting up some different lighting. So not that good, is it? Let's see if we can move it. Marginally better. How's that? Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, getting back to the internet issue, it was bizarre because me and Sam, we get up very early in the heat like this and do all of our outdoor work. We were sitting on the bench out the front, just chatting away, and I said to her, it's weird how we're all dependent on the internet now. I said, if the internet goes down, that's my main revenue stream, the only thing I've got coming in at the moment. We're really sort of held to ransom to the internet providers, aren't you? And never used to be like that. I used to have other, methods of income and that, but I just find myself doing dailies and everything that's the main income now. And sometimes you say things, didn't you? You almost bring it on, because a couple of hours later the internet box just broke. And we've had it for probably 5 years, don't know how long they last. But they're sending out a complete new system, so we'll have to set that up, and hopefully it'll be here 5 to 10 days. So yeah, that means I've got to go to the internet cafe or somewhere to keep uploading the videos. It's just a little bit inconvenient. There's loads of extra stuff to do when it's this hot. Reflective foil over the windows, keep the sun out, there's animals and stuff in the garden. It was just another thing on the list that I could have done without, really, but I will get round it, and it is nice to sit down in a different environment, and have a cup of tea or coffee. Right, this section here, we're going to get that coloured up. Got any paint there. Yeah, I'm starting to want to see green everywhere now. Actually, it's not too hot in here. I was really expecting it to be absolutely sweltering, but because we've got quite thick walls, yeah, they do heat up. It does kind of keep that heat out. And like I say, the back of the cottage is underground, so that helps insulate it from the heat of the sun. And in the winter, that's why they've done it like that, Okay, let's get your bearings and get going again. Something to put that pot on. If you've got any tips on keeping cool, apart from the obvious, we've got fans and stuff. I've started to put some ice blocks and bottles of water frozen in front of it. Now, I've read that you can put them behind as well, and that helps just to blow the cool air around. I'm thinking about maybe cooling down the outside in the morning with a hose, the stones. That should help sort of evaporate the heat out. Yeah, anything like that really, just to keep cool. Obviously don't go out in the sun if you don't need to. Yeah, just want to get this coated up. Oh, a bit watery. That's okay. That's very watery. Most of it's on the cloth. Now if I do decide to insulate this, what really is an interior wall, I can do it from the other side. Doesn't really need it, to be honest with you. So I mainly built this just to strengthen the wall. You know, if I was going to have it just as a stone cottage, none of this would be on the wall anyway. It took me hours and hours to go through all the troubleshooting, inside, outside. Is it all set up properly? Is it connected? And eventually you think, right, I've tried absolutely everything, been online, and it's kaput. Yeah, there was just no lights on the router box in the end, so yeah, it was beyond redemption. They don't make stuff like they used to. Getting old and I saying stuff like that. I've still got a bit of finishing off under here to do, as and when. And I think we've got another 3 days of heatwave up into the 40s. Preparation is the key. That's better. Yes, it's quite encouraging really that it's not mega hot down here. Now obviously when we go upstairs it'll be a little bit warmer. That is one of the issues that we have with our little cottage, that our bedrooms are up in the eaves into the roof space. Originally there was nothing, you know, it was just for hay storage in all of these. I think this one was probably converted with this floor 100 or so years ago, maybe they had a bed up there, but mainly they had the beds near the fire for obvious reasons, and maybe in the summer, mind you, no, because of the heat and that. So they probably stayed pretty much down here. There was no need for them to go upstairs. Sometimes they had cattle in the lower levels and they slept above that. I've seen that before. It's quite common in Normandy, in this area. But, you know, up until fairly recent, you can buy a property and you'll see a makeshift partition near the fireplace, you know. I'm just trying to think how ours was. Yeah, actually there was no bedroom. Yeah, upstairs was just like a loft, you know, nothing up there whatsoever, no services, no lights, no power, water, anything like that. And yeah, the only thing that was up there was an armoire, which we lifted down because the lady wanted that. And then downstairs in the kitchen there was just a sink exactly the same as that. I've got it in the garden now, with a little tiny gas ascot for hot water via the bottle. No toilet, no bath, outdoor toilet, which was actually a bucket. So yeah, they really did live quite rustic, let's say, up till not that long ago, and I dare say there's plenty of places and people that still live like it now here. Right, I'm going to get that painted because I don't want to look at that white anymore. As much as I liked it at the time, I don't want to see it now. I want to see green. Come on, I know you're in there somewhere. That's it. Yeah, I've made my mind up, so I just want to get the colour change underway and then we can move on. That's great. Now everything is green and I can just march on with that colour. Ah, I forgot to tell you, I've got a new dog for the cottage. Would you like to meet him? Well, it was donated by Sam to me for the cottage. And it was just in remembrance of a dog that we used to have very similar to this. So, yep, that's going to go in here. Got a lovely antiqued effect on it. Put this safely to one side. There was something else as well. Oh, it's just this item here. It's cast iron, Victorian, and it would have been set in a wall, and I think it would have been like maybe a mailbox. Now that's the outside, and then from the inside you can just access it. I think that's what it is, isn't it? Open like that. You could maybe put something in there and then shut it, and that makes it accessible on the other side of the wall, whoever's inside. And maybe mail, wouldn't it? Anything bigger than that you won't get it out of this gap, so letters. So I'm going to clean that up and maybe incorporate that somewhere in one of these stud-work walls. Not quite sure where or what I'll do with it. It's just something interesting, isn't it? You could put whatever in there, close it, keep it out of the way, then when you wanted it, just, you know, boom, you've got access. It just looks nice. I think I'd probably clean that back to the metal and just wax the cast iron. Lovely piece that. I think I brought it over from England with me. So 20 plus years. Okay, I think that is it for this video. I've got quite a few challenges to get this to you. I hope it reaches you safe and well, and I'll see you hopefully in the next one. Bye for now. The future's green.